And good morning. Welcome to Laurel Park here for Today at the Races. I'm Stan Salter, Keith Fustel here on another beautiful afternoon of racing for you here on Saturday. Beautiful weather yesterday and sensational weather today. 3 carryovers resulting from a long shot Friday. A couple horses blowing up the tote board yesterday.
We got it started early. Mona Vista Crossing at 56.40. We'll go down the list of winners. The path 16.40, 12.60. $13, $129.80 for Ferris Allen there. $4 Lake Turkana, the only real fave of the whole day. John Jones at 16, Joseph 9.16 to finish it out with a $33 winner in the last for Cal Lynch. Yeah, just bombs away the entire day. We did okay on the handicapping show. Started early, you know, a couple good winners and kind of faded a little bit late. I know you had John Jones, right?
I had John Jones. I needed the Kamala horse in the last race. Tis Day just slow to get the 4 out of 5.
Ran too good to lose.
Couldn't get it, but that's all right. Louis Garcia with a nice day. He had 2 winners yesterday, and one on John Jones, and then in the last race, Fergal Lynch with 2 winners. So let's show you the carryovers for today. We're going to start in the first race with the Rolling Super High 5 carryover, a little over 1,100, low 15% takeout in that Super High 5 as Ronnie Cartwright walks by and gives his a wave of approval.
Gave us the high sign there,
He gave us the high sign here for the carryovers. Pick 6 starts in race 6 today for the 11 race program. A little over $2,700 in that Rainbow Pick 6, and here's the big one for the day. A few hundred shy of 10,000 in that late Pick 5 carryover with that industry low 12% takeout. You have a ticket for it. I'll have a ticket for it. It's a tough sequence, but that'll get played heavily today, I think.
Absolutely. They put a good bit of money into it yesterday. I think today should even be better. Once again, we talked about it on the show yesterday with Gabby. Really contentious cards all the way through the weekend. Tomorrow might be the most formful day I could really see on paper today. I think value will balance as well. So, we got a big 11 race card just packed with value.
Let's show you the conditions, show you our turf course here. Fast and Firm will be on the bowl game here. Let me just double check. The bowl game in the Exceller, I believe here. Bowl game is at 17 feet. And the Exceller is at 70 feet. So on the bowl game and the Exceller turf courses here this afternoon, bunch of nice grass races for you. Nice allowance feature of the day coming up later on in the card. Upper level allowance condition going along on the grass. Here's the conditions: 80s, partly sunny, cloudy, Fast and Firm. First race post time 1:10 for the 11 race program. The Pick 6 starts race 6 today. Late Pick 5 starts in race 7. And let's get going here for race 1. Race 1 kicks off the early Pick 5. I believe the early Pick 5 yesterday paid 3 out of 5. It's the same low 12% takeout for the early Pick 5. Mandatory payout on that early Pick 5. That starts in race 1. Also, the Super High 5, and there's the early Pick 5. Mandatory payout here starts race 1. Also, the Super High 5 here for race 1. Carryover today, a little over $1,100. I'll have a ticket for you later this afternoon. Race 1 here, claiming 10,000, 3 and up, never won 2, lifetime going 7 furlongs, and I'm going to go with the 4. Who Stole My Sock? Not just because I love his name, because I think he fits this race nicely. Well spotted by trainer Carlos Mancilla. Gets the apprentice Kevin Gomez aboard. Third race back off a little brief freshening. We're getting the weight off. I know he's a big 0 for 19 here. Does have 7 seconds in a couple thirds. Let's hope he gets off the duck here in a homecoming race back to Maryland for him today.
How sick are we? We're both got Who Stole My Sock. 1 for 35. We are demented, Stan.
He fits the race well.
He fits the race right. It's one of these things, looking at these races and looking at yesterday's card, throw conventional wisdom, just right out the window with some of these races at Laurel. That's how tough they are. I agree with you. I think he's just faster. His races at Laurel are clearly faster, Stan, than the rest of this field. He was up at Charlestown, 2 races up there off a little bit of a freshening. He hasn't shown the speed that he was showing back in the wintertime at Laurel. I think he comes back, sits a little bit closer today, has some speed to run out. I think Breeze Bayou will show some good speed. Maybe Data Mining from the inside along with the 5 Burford. Who Stole My Sock? I think he gets the second win today.
Yeah,
only took him 36 tries.
And I kind of like the new running style he has recently. Maybe coming off the pace, he was going to the front and just missing at this level. But I think Kevin Gomez it makes a difference on him today. We both like the 2. Tomo Shachi, a good closing second last time at Timonium, was 14 lengths out of it and made a nice rally. That's tough to do there. Timonium, the winner, Super Fun, would come back to win. So the 2 in good form right now.
Yeah, Super Fun won last night. Was hanging out late for some simul action. Stepped up into a 3 in life for like 12.5 and got the job done for Jerry Brooks. Yeah, Tomachachi really liked the way he sustained the run last time at Timonium. Had some good speed to run at, but he kept on well through the wire. Yeah, the 7, Breeze by You is my shot maybe. Second time here for the trainer Marco Salazar. Small sample, hits at a good rate, a good ROI. He's the outside speed. I think he can kind of shake free of Burford around the turn. Is he going to have enough left to hold off? But I think he's your value shot to use in here in race 1. But let's take a shot with the 4. Who Stole My Sock?
All right, Who Stole My Sock in the opener. Let's turn the page. Race 2 kicks off. The early pick 4 this afternoon. 3 pick 4s for you this afternoon here at Laurel Park. Race 2 is claiming $5,000 for 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3, going 7 furlongs on the main track. We have a video spotlight here of my top pick, the 2, Surf Spun. This was his win back in late July here at Laurel Park, July 29th. Going 7 furlongs, that's the distance he's going to run today. And this was a sharp win this day here for trainer Rudy Rodriguez. Al Cortez was aboard this day. The horse was the favored, and he won by 3.5, like a good thing. Trainer Pat Daniels claimed the 6-year-old Son of Hard Spun out of this race here. He's waited the time. He's waited over 30 days, has him right back in for a nickel in the next logical condition. Never won 3. Pat Daniels does well first off the claim with horses like this. Steve Hamilton gets aboard, a couple decent works since the claim. I think Surf Spun keeps his sharp form for the newborn today off that little freshening.
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe Stevie Hamilton gets off the schneid here, gets his first win in his return. Surf Spun, interesting stat. When trainers claim off of Rudy Rod in this lower level over the last couple of years, they're like 30% next out winners on the dirt. 4 for 8. Over recent period with an ROI of over $2.50. I think Surf Spun, he's a pretty versatile horse. I think Steve Hamilton from the inside will have to get early position. I think he can stalk the pace of maybe Twisted Earl will go out for the lead. Maybe Heavenly Hayes. Ryder wanted no parts of the lead last time out of Timonium. He's shown more speed in the past. I think Heavenly Hayes will be up closer today, but Surf Spun takes aim off the leaders and goes by.
Another cold exacta here, just like in the opener for us. We're the same exacta here in race 2, 2-7. Rumblin' Kyle, the big dropper for the Gary Capuano barn. A sharp win, 2 back at Delaware, but then nothing went well. And that was coming off the pace, and they sent him to the lead last time, August 1st at Delaware, and it didn't go well. He packed it in that day, got beat 13 lengths. Now some time off, a drop to the nickel, some red flags there, but I trust the barn here. Maybe Gary Cap just has the horse well spotted today.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the speed to go with some of these other things, and that may help his chances a little bit, maybe rate. He's just kind of a steady, grinding type. I don't know if he can make that burst that Surf Spun can on the leaders around the turn stand. Twisted Earl was my main concern. He dropped the last time out, didn't get a ton of play. I thought he might get a little bit more play at Timonium, did not, but made no effort to go to the lead either. Was rated back off of the leaders. He's got good outside speed. He likes this track. He's a 4-time winner. Could be dangerous and go a long way with Callie Francois. 278.
I'll throw the 6 in there. Andy's Love was in good form before the claim back in last winter. So coming off a long layoff today for trainer Carlos Mancilla. Let's get to race 3 here. Nice maiden special weight on the grass. We're on the bowl game turf course rails at 17 feet, going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden special weight 2-year-old fillies. The 8 Lucky in Malibu. One of my best bets of the day. However, I've learned never make a best bet in a maiden race. They've never won before. But the 8, this looks like an easy layup win here from the Gary Capuano barn. Victor Carrasco back in the tack today. Good to see him riding again today. And this 2-year-old daughter of Looking at Lucky. Yeah, the beaten favorite last time. That was going 7.5 furlongs. Maybe a little cut back to 5.5 today. That 2 furlong distance could make all the difference. I think Carrasco should just get a nice dream trip stalking from the outside today.
This is a move, that my partner upstairs, Bill Braswell, likes a lot. They go to the 7.5. They turn back a little bit. The horses have that bottom in them, especially the younger horses, the 2-year-olds. And I got to go with him. He ice cold exact he gave up upstairs yesterday. John Jones and Sea Raven.
Nice. That
Willard,
paid well.
he's tough. I'm telling you,
That
we're
paid
surrounded
well.
by a really good cappers upstairs. Those guys, I'll take them against anybody in the country any day. Tap the Star, though, Stan. I'm going to try to blow it up with the 4 2-year-old daughter of Tap Azar out of a tactical outmare, West Virginia bred. This horse, though, Stan, is a half to a horse by the name of La Montagne. I don't know if you remember seeing this horse run at Pimlico. It might have been over Preakness weekend. A Wesley Ward runner who was 4 for 11 on the turf. Both foals out of this mare have won it too. got the tightener at Timonium, jostled, pinch at the break, had a major excuse there. Lucky Malibu, she looks like, clearly the horse to beat. I'm a little bit suspect. The horse is the beater. I'm not so sure. I think Tap the Star really bred to win early, bred to love the turf. Let's take a shot at a big, big price.
Well, I overlooked that one. You are getting the Panamanian Hall of Fame rider Al Cortez aboard, who's got 2 wins already for the
he was
fall
the
meet.
first guy I saw today pulling in. I saw Al and his son, and that's it. If that's not, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Now. I'm going to use the 4, Tap the Star, but I'm going to throw the 5, Storm and Babe in there as well. Dale Cap, he's red hot with these young horses. Had a runaway first out winner last weekend. That's a couple he's had this summer. I like the breeding here. This daughter of Stormy Atlantic. The works are it's a couple nice works here at Laurel Park. Doesn't have to ship. Gets a live rider, Daniel Centeno aboard. I'll throw the 5 into the mix.
Yeah, I'll also throw the 1 in for Sagamore. Misty on point, has to break down inside. Not really bothers me a whole lot, but when they don't have horses don't have a lot of experience, that could be a little bit of troublesome. So Karamanos has kind of maybe got his work cut out if this filly by Munnings out of a hard spun mare should love the turf. Doesn't break super sharp, but this trainer gets horses to win on the grass.
I'll use the 3, Axe Capital, first-time starter for Country Life Farm. Mike Trombetta, the trainer, daughter, 2-year-old filly by Include. I like the breeding, maybe once longer down the road, but some nice bullet works here at Laurel Park. Nice maiden 2-year-old fillies there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break here real quick. When we come back, the Rainbow Pick 6 today, little carryover, nice carryover, over 2,700. That starts in race 6 today. Then the late pick 5 carryover, that's almost 10,000. Low takeout, that starts in race 7. We'll start with race 4 when we come back.
Next January, 12 horses, $1 million buy-in for a $12 million purse. It is the world's richest race. It is the Pegasus World Cup.
Welcome back. Today at the races here at Laurel Park. I'm Stan Salter, oddsmaker Keith Fustel here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon of races. 11 races for you. First race post time 1:10. 3 carryovers, super high 5, Rainbow Pick 6, and late pick 5. Let's start here with race 4. Race 4 kicks off the middle pick 4. Nice maiden special weight 2-year-old fillies going 1 mile on the main track. Let's take a look here. Video spotlight on the 3, Small Batch. Keith, you like this horse a little bit. Her second start today for Linda Albert.
Yeah, 63-1 in debut, Stan, and she's going to be like my value shot to use in this race. I do think we have a very vulnerable favorite. Michael Matz, he's done very well recently in Maryland, but 0 for 38 sprinter route. But let's pick up Small Batch here. Midway on the turn, heading to the quarter pole in her debut run August 20th. And she had to be used early to get position, and she went up in track pace, had to track the pace, had to steady a little bit midway on the turn. But what I like is just her tenacity the whole way through the stretch. She showed a couple different moves in this race, Stan, and she does not really give up an inch. See her down to the rail, just chugging along. Some horses to the outside with a little bit more momentum. But visually, this filly is not quitting whatsoever. She's bred to go out, go a distance at ground. I think her internal fractions off of that race put her right into the mix. I think she's going to appreciate the mile distance here as a user at a big, big price. Sunshine included, that second place finisher, came back to win a stakes, running a buyer of 71.
Yeah, the barn 2 for the last 10 with a positive ROI. Maidens making their second start, so I overlooked that one though. I respect the connections there. You have the 8 on top. Let's talk about my top pick here, who is going to be the short price favorite. I'm kind of chalking it up. I'm thinking with the 1 mile distance, the 1 hole is not going to be too much of a deterrent for the 1 Chequalita here for trainer Michael Mass. Alex Centron aboard. Say that name again.
Tecalita?
Tecalita. It's a tongue twister. I'm staying away from Tequila. But a well-bred daughter of Union Rags here out of a Mr. Greeley mare for Michael Matz. A sharp second up there at Saratoga last time, going 6.5 furlongs on the good turf, on the good dirt. Now we're getting a fast dirt course here today. Centron should have plenty of time down the long backstretch and the long home stretch to get her out in the clear. Not going to get much value, but she looks like much the best here in this field.
I guess I took Who Stole My Socks at 1 for 35, but for some reason the 0 for 38 sprinter route, that's the one thing. The inside, I think, is a little bit tough at the mile distance. Sometimes the horses just break a beat slow. They have to be used. Certainly this filly bred really nice by Union Rags out of Sangrid, out of a Mr. Greeley mare, but she really didn't take any player debut, and then she kind of ran up and ran a big race in a short field. The final 16th, though, they walked home. Very, very slow final 16th of a mile in that race at Saratoga. I know they went quick early. I'll take a shot to beat her. I'm going to use the 3 small batch in there, as you say, as a value shot. How about the 8 Tigerette for Phil Schoenthal? He's done very well over the last couple of years with 2-year-olds. I like the way this horse, they figured this horse wanted to run long the whole way. They've trained this horse to go ahead and run a distance of ground, and a good effort in that turf try in her debut against Chubby Star at 52-1. She had a lot of traffic to work through, Stan. She had a little bit of trouble at the beginning of the race. She kept on very well with inches to the wire. I don't think she's going to mind the transition to the dirt. Siblings, both of them are one long, going long on the dirt. There's a shot, Tigerette, and I think she'll be a square price, maybe in that 6 or 8 to 1 range for Phil.
I can't fault you much at all with that pick. Sharp connections. I like the breeding. I like that base she has with that 1 mile try on the turf already. Just a very tough race. I couldn't get to her. I have to respect the 6 here, Dancing Rags.
Sure. From
the Grand Motion barn. They bet her down to 4-1 in the debut here at Laurel. Maiden special weight sprinting on the grass. A good third that day. Finished up well. I like the breeding out of a Stormcat mare. Grand Motion does well with the second-time starters. Angel Cruz stays aboard. I think she'll love the stretch out to a mile here today.
No doubt. Lack of Lasix concerns me a little bit. I have to coup de grace, though, made $490,000.
Yep. All right. Nice maiden fillies there in race 4 to kick off the second pick 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 5. We get back out to the Exceller turf course, going a mile and a 16th, rails at 70 feet, claiming 16,000. Everyone 2 3-year-olds and upward. I think the 1 Loyalty Spirit's going to get a perfect ground-saving trip from the inside. My best bet of the day. Yes, she is the beaten favored. He is the beaten favored his last 3 starts, but last time was on the dirt. I don't think that's his best surface. You look at the races 2 and 3 back here at Laurel Park. I think in a little tougher condition, that starter allowance race, 2 very good efforts fired off, a couple 71 buyers. So you know what you're going to get here with this horse. A consistent effort, an honest effort. I think Daniel Centeno gets a nice ground-saving trip from the inside today.
Yeah, he's going to be awfully tough. Slippery slope. I think the road is going to go through this son of Rockport Harbor. Last time out, just bit off a little bit too much. A little better field. Mr. Ben's jump ship. Been a fairly productive race at August 19th, optional 25 at Laurel. The 2-back return try was really good into some really quick fractions. I thought this horse held quite well. Draws down inside, doesn't necessarily need the lead. I think this horse will have the lead by the time they get to the head of the stretch, maybe to the 8th pole, but is going to have to look in his rearview mirror for the 1 Loyalty Spirit stand. He drops a condition off his other turf races. Those were 3 in life where he was favored and got beat. This is now a 2 in life, a little softer company for Loyalty Spirit, and I think he's your best sustaining runner from the back of the pack.
All right, we agree there. I respect the 2. I use the 2 into the mix in my top 3, and I'll throw the 4, Mama's Mark.
Okay.
I think just draw the line to the last race at Delaware. Maybe just didn't like the rough going up there at Delaware. You look at the effort for the 2 back at Monmouth, very good. We see that kind of effort today, good enough to be right there in the mix.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You got to respect the barn. The 11 Raven Rush is going to be a long shot, maybe 20, 25 to 1 when it's all said and done here. But this horse ran sneaky good August 14th for the same level. Stalked the pace. It was shuffled, was just kind of stymied. A horse stopped right in front of him, leaving the 3/8 pole. He lost several lengths, but boy, when he got out late, he kept on nicely to the wire. Mary Epler, I got to respect the fact she keeps this horse trying. She thinks this horse is getting a little bit better than what he probably shows on paper. The 11 Raven Rush will be my long shot user in race 5.
All right, nice turf event there in race 5. Race 6 kicks off the Rainbow Pick 6 this afternoon. Nice carryover, $2,765 in the Rainbow Pick 6 ticket. I have a Pick 6 ticket made up. And there's the carryover, a little over $2,700. Starts in race 6. Let's take a look here at my Pick 6 ticket. A $54 play. I'm going to go 3 deep here in races 6 and 7. Keying race 8, my key horse. I love this filly today. We're getting a nice 6 to 1 price as well. Dancing Lucy stepping up into first level allowance condition today. Sheldon Russell, I'll key on the 7. Dancing Lucy there in race 8, going 5 deep in race 9. That's a tough maiden special weight race. And then just using the 2 and the 8 in race 10. That's the allowance feature of the day, going with the 1, 8, 12 in the last race. Pick 6 time, right here in race 6. Nice carryover today. Let's take a look. Race 6 claiming 5,000 for 3-year-old fillies or older. Never won 3-7 furlongs on the main track, and I'm going to go with the 7 Becky Kecky for trainer Ricky Silliman. Just maybe didn't like the last race at Timonium, going around the bull ring, but you look at the race 2 back, going 7 furlongs here at Laurel Park. That was the never won 4 condition. Excuse me, no, that was the never won 3 condition. Trainer Ricky Silliman, nice entry right back in this race because this filly's a 3-year-old, so she can run in this race all day long against older horses that have never won 3. So I think just ignore the last race at Timonium. She likes the 7 furlongs, and she likes it here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, and I had a bad line on her, 9-2. She's going to be shorter. Maybe don't look too much of a fool now with these scratches, the 3 Sweet Peaches and the 6 the Cat Lady and the 9 Felicity Doll. She'll probably land as your favorite, I believe, in this race. Last time out saying, another badge kind of rarely ran off, was keen to go on that day. She took back and just didn't have enough fire after chasing. She's the controlling speed in here with a good break with Victor Carrasco. I agree. The 7 Becky Kecky.
We both like the 1 Little Kitten. Tough rail post down there. Toledo's going to have to navigate a trip getting off the rail and making a rally with the 1 Little Kitten. All right, race 7 kicks off the late pick 5 today. Industry low, 12% takeout on the late pick 5. Carryover a couple $100 shy of 10,000. Let's take a look here at Keith's pick 5 ticket.
Yeah, 9,700 in the pool. It's going to grow. A tough ticket, $67.50. We're going to go 3 deep in the 7th race. I think it's a wide open affair. 5 deep in leg 2. Really, really good, competitive fillies and mares. Other than first level allowance, going 5.5 on the grass. 3 deep in race 9. The 10th race, take a shot. I had to get a single somewhere in this ticket to make it reasonable. The 10, Stay the Night. McGahee, everything he runs down here is live. Going to single that horse coming over. Going to make its first North American start. And in race 11, 3 deep, the 1, 7, and 8. That's another one I wish I could go 6 or 7 deep if I could. But we've got to keep the cost down, $67.50.
All right, let's take a look here at a video spotlight. Race 7 here. Let's take a look at the 7 Young Dude. His race from July 24th. This was his last race at Laurel Park, going long on the grass. This was the open $15,000 race. A good second this day to Yes I See. Angel Serpa was aboard this day. Jockey Steve Hamilton gets aboard today for trainer Pat Daniels. This horse has been freshened since this July 24th race. I thought it was a good second that day. Fired a 73 by your speed figure that day. Been running similar efforts. Likes the grass here at Laurel Park. Steve Hamilton could have a big afternoon. I like him on a couple of horses today. I'd like to just get this fly out of here, that's for sure. But
it's been a nuisance.
The 7 Young Dude, we both like the 7 Young Dude.
Yeah, I agree with you, 7 Young Dude. It's a tough little race. You've got a dropper in the 11. Ocala Jim claimed for 40 just a few starts back. Now in for 15. Looks like the horse to beat. He draws outside. Maybe that'll hamper his late run. I know Sheldon's probably going to draft him over, and he'll fire well through the stretch. But I agree with you. Young Dude, he's run a couple races over this turf course that are good enough. I know it was against a little bit lesser last fall. I think he's ready to pop. I like the little freshening that Pat Daniels has given this horse. He's tactical enough. He took way too far back last time. I think he should have been closer when Yes I See was able to walk the dog. But he'll be able to tuck in. Capital Fellow has some speed. Facero rates close, as does Yes I See. I think he works out a good trip. Maybe from mid-pack. Young Dude will hold decent value, maybe in that 4 or 5 to 1 range.
All right, I'm going with the speed into my exact of the 2 Capital Fellow, I think, right to the front with Fergal Lynch aboard from the inside. Lynch with 2 winners yesterday. He hops aboard this 8-year-old for Mark Schumann. If the horse gets pressured, that might compromise his shot, but if they let Lynch get away with some slow fractions, this horse could be dangerous early.
A back class type, Stan. I can't blame you at all for using him. It's just been a long time for him since he's won in Maryland. That's my biggest key with the 2 Capital. But he'll take this field, I think, a long, long way. If they let him get away with like a 24-48, he could go far in here.
All right, let's turn the page here. Okay. Race 8 kicks off the late pick 4 this afternoon. Strong handle yesterday in the late pick 4, so get your tickets ready for the late pick 4. Starts in race 8 today. We're on the Exceller turf course, going 5.5 furlongs. Nice allowance race, first level allowance condition for filly mares. Let's take a look here, a video at the 3. Dare to Be from last September 2015 here for trainer Rodney Jenkins.
Yeah, let's pick up Dare to Be. In its second career start, a really good effort behind Koala Queen. You see McCarthy saving ground with Dare to Be. Comes to the head of the stretch. Lightly raced horse. Only had 1 race under her belt. But I like this move right here. She's trying to work through a seam. The leader drifts in. The other horse down inside comes out. She's pinballed, leaving the 16th pole, man. But it doesn't phase this filly at all. This daughter, Successful Field, just keeps on going. Just gets beat by a little better filly by the name of Koala Queen. That was a Delaware Core horse, if I'm not mistaken, Stan. She's really gone on and flourishes, run well. Was even favored in a 2 other than allowance recently. Ran well at Pimlico and the Hilltop Stakes. I like Dare to Be. I know the stat's not great. They're plus 180 days on that layoff, 0 for 8. I think he breaks that negative streak today, Dare to Be, for trainer Rodney Jenkins. She's shown she ran fast at 2. I think she steps up and runs quicker here at 3 and comes off the shelf to get it done in a really, really good race.
That was an impressive effort there in that replay. She had come out of that race and break her maiden, so I overlook her a little bit. I respect the connection, so I'm going to go with the 7. You like this filly a little bit. We'll still get a nice price today, 6 to 1 on the 7. Dancing Lucy, who's in top form. Nice claim here for owner Toby Roth. He claimed this horse. This is one of my favorite things, how to get a nice turf horse. You claim them in a late fall, in the wintertime. People are kind of dropping them in. You claim them, give them the wintertime off like Toby Roth did, and this filly's now back in top form off that winter break. 2 wins from her last 3 starts. I think she'll get a nice outside stalking trip today with Sheldon Russell. She could go right on with it and go to the front, or maybe to sit a perfect second or third. 7 for 8 in the money here at Laurel with 3 wins. I think the 7 Dancing Lucy gets a very nice trip today with Sheldon Russell riding for Hugh McMahon.
Very versatile, and she's obviously, I think, run faster than any of these horses on the turf. You know, her buyer numbers are there. Yeah, she's in razor sharp form, and she doesn't necessarily need to lead Summer Frock to her inside. We'll see what she does. She'll probably have the measure of her around the turn. I think Dare to Be is going to be charging hard through the stretch. Let's take a look at the 10 table jumper, though. When you least expect it, Hammy Smith comes in off of a layoff. Hasn't been seen since November of 2015. Started her career out with a win. I like it when horses do that. They come off the shelf. This is going to be the first time on the turf. They tried to get her there last year. She's out of Great Hostess. Well, this makes her a half to Great Bulls of Fire, we've seen run really, really well over this turf course. Table jumper going to sneak away at a good price. I think she's going to run very well off the layoff for Hammy Smith.
That's a nice price on that runner. I'll throw the 5 Nimblefoot into the exacta. Took her a while to break her maiden, but she's always had talent, nice breeding. Now she has that confidence for strong connections. Jevion Toledo riding for Alan Goldberg. I think the 5 Nimblefoot continues to make progress here, facing winners for the first time. Let's turn the page here. 9 minutes to go here. 3 more races. We can do it. Race 9 to kick off the late pick 3. Nice maiden special weight here for filly mares 3 and up, going 3/4. And the favored is going to be either the Shug McGahee maybe with an inside post, or the 3 Etiquette 3 to 1 coming off a little bit of a layoff and a trainer change. So I'm going against both of those. I'm going to go.
Okay.
You like this first-time starter as well. The 7 Majestic Pick from the Donnie Barr barn. Donnie Barr can win with first-time starters. Nice positive ROI he has with first-time starters. I like the breeding here. 3-year-old filly by Majestic Warrior. 2 solid Bullet Works. The Works don't lie. The Works have been reliable here this recently. The horses with nice Bullet Works here at Laurel Park, they've been running well first out. So you have some talented horses, a lot of works in the morning. So if you have a Bullet Work here at Laurel Park, I think that's saying something. So I'm going with the 7, who looks like she's been working lights out here in the morning for Donnie Barr.
Yeah, it's the owner-trainer. The connections have brought you stellar wins, Stan. Barbara Hack, she does a good job picking them. I'm not going to leave this horse off the ticket. They've hit 3 for 17 over the last several years with first-time starters. Alexandrite, I'm going to use on top, just like the McGahees. They're live. They get bet down. They take lots of action. I think Shug is 3 for 5 with firsters over recent years in Maryland. Tahana got the job done at Pimlico. We've seen her move right up the ranks. Just got beat in a grade 3 Monmouth Oaks. I think this horse is live. You know, the mare, I think she's only had one other foal, hasn't done much. You go back further in the bloodlines. Second dam was kin to Raina Patera, kindergarten kid. He's had enough. Really strong family for the 2. Alexandrite, Carrasco here for Shug McGahee. I'm also going to use the 11. Giggles, Tim Keefe. Just glance at the breeding. A long list of winners. Glib brings one up, like a 4-time or 5-time sprint winner. Talking about Bullet Works, a string of them over this course. I'm going to use that horse in the mix. I just think the horses that have run, the 3 Etiquette and the 6 Candy, so I think they're vulnerable in here.
I love the post position here for the 7 and the 11. That's why my
Okay.
only knock against the 2. I respect the
Sure.
connections and the breeding. Just a tough assignment there for the debut, breaking from the inside. But she's she's trained well. You're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
Victor Carrasco,
Uh-huh.
so she can overcome it for sure. But I like the post position for this not for love daughter from the outside.
Okay.
The 11 Giggles. Nice maiden special weight race there in race 9. Race 10, the allowance feature of the day, an upper level allowance condition, optional claiming 32,000, going a mile and a 16th here on the bowl game turf course rail at 17 feet. The 8 Miss Atomic Bomb coming off a freshening here for trainer Niall Seville, who does a nice job up there at Fair Hill. She shows some nice works up there at Fair Hill for the comeback race. She's coming from Stakes Company last winter and spring, some tough allowance races down there at Gulfstream last winter. I remember seeing Niall Seville down there for that late February race. He loved her that day. She ran decent that day, only got beat 5 lengths. It's just that tough down there at Gulfstream. And then a very tough Stakes Company at Aqueduct, grade 3 at Belmont. The stake at Monmouth was tough, and she ran decent there, an 89 buyer. So I think the freshening in the works, say the 8 Miss Atomic Bomb, sitting on a big effort today.
Yeah, she was going off some prices down in Florida and at Monmouth Park. You're going to be a shorter price today. She could be in that 3-1, 5-2 range. She might be the favorite just based on how the bettors are going to attack the 10 Stay the Night for McGahee. I'm going to go back to back here with Shug. Hasn't been seen since September 2015 over in France. The Lasix goes on. She's bred to handle the distance. I don't think there's any problem with the layoff. You see her there, a good third in a Group 3. That little Nightingale came back to run third in a Group 1. That's good enough to put me over the top. Lasix goes on. Strong move for Shug McGahee.
She could be any kind
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, we could be seeing her in the Gallerat next spring at Pimlico for sure. But I guess you're not going to get too much value outside post coming off a layoff.
Nah.
But you have to respect the Hall of Fame conditioner, Shug McGahee. He'll have the horse right. I go against her. I'll throw the 2, Jet Majesty in there. Javion Toledo aboard this speedball for Tony Dutrow. Silly's in red hot form right now, and she's going right to the front, I think, from the inside, coming off a little freshening.
She could be dangerous, Stan. Could be the controlling speed. I know Moon Virginia has shown some speed in the past, but she looks like the quickest of the quick. Looked at some other numbers or sheets. They fit here. Jet Majesty could go a long way. Channel Regatta freshened up since July. I thought she was going to be any kind after that allowance win, but really didn't disgrace herself in the Hilltop. Only beaten 3 lengths in kind of a flat race in the Christiana up at Delaware. I think she's going to return, run a little bit better. I like the sharp works, recent works, getting the bottom underneath of her for trainer Hamilton Smith. I'll use the 1 Channel Regatta into the mix, but I think the 10 is going to be right and ready.
All right, nice allowance feature of the day there on the bowl game turf course, race 10 to kick off the late daily double. Let's turn the page here. Race 11, we get back to the Exceller turf course going a mile and a 16th, rails at 70 feet here for race 11. Maiden claiming 16,000, filly mares 3 and up. And I'm going to give this long shot one more try here on the outside, the 12 Crooked from the Linda Albert barn. Yomar Ortiz aboard this 3-year-old daughter of Louis Couture's. She's trying the turf for the 2nd time today. I think last time she was eliminated earlier. You see the comment line there, steadied first turn, and that pretty much took her out of contention, but she still finished somewhat respectable, only beaten less than 6 lengths in there. She does have some good honest tries going long here at Laurel Park, going a mile and a 16th at Pimlico, going a mile a couple times here at Laurel Park. She ran well. I think she'll like the turf better than what we saw last time. She had tons of trouble last time. Hopefully Yomar Ortiz can just keep her in the clear today and get her in good contention at a big 15-1 price.
Yeah, a little keen to go on last time. Stan, a good pickup with that trouble into the first turn. Talked about a Kelly Rubley horse yesterday that drew outside that I said, that might help her bet more than hurt her. Allows the horse, to just drop in and settle, stay out of that traffic. If you got to circle a little bit into the stretch, do it. But you don't want that momentum stop, especially with these lower level fillies going around the ground. But she's proven she can handle a distance of ground. I'll take a shot with Shar, another one that's been off the shelf, but trained by Todd Wyatt, who I'm sure has had this horse running, in some kind of maybe some training race, trial race, getting this horse worked up and down over some hills possibly. But Shar, I think kept better company. You see Dancing Lucy in the company lines. Hasn't been seen since October. I'll give her the edge. These other horses just been flattening out. Give her one chance. I like the aggressive move to the 16 off the layoff.
Yeah, she'll be dead fit. Yeah,
Yeah.
trust us there. But I respect her. I'll use her third coming off the layoff. I'll throw the 8 into the mix here. Cherish Prize, who likes to be second. And
Yeah,
figures
Cherish
to be well backed again today.
Yeah, it doesn't have a ton of speed and has really been hampered. It was an outside trip the entire way last time out. Has to get in, get covered up a little bit to enhance that run. She's had a little bit of hang in her the last couple tries.
Yep.
She looks like she's going to get it done and just flattens out a touch late.
All right, Victor Carrasco aboard there for Rodney Jenkins. And all right, let's see. You had the 7 in there too. Charlotte's Hope from Hammy Smith barn. Callie Francois aboard here.
Yeah, this is an interesting horse. They left this horse here, I guess. Manhattan Racing Stable transferred over from Bruce Brown to Hamilton Smith. Another one aggressive, dropping down a notch. Comes out of the Gem race. Tis the Fast Lane. Tis the Fast Lane, I think, came back to win at Delaware. Gem, I thought, would have run a little bit better yesterday. Did not, but did encounter a little bit of traffic through the 16th pole. Kept on trying to the wire. This is the right move, dropping down. All
right, tricky maiden race going long on the grass to wrap things up here this afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful Saturday afternoon. The action starts in race 1, super high 5 carryover, a little over $1,100. Then the Rainbow Pick 6, that's over $2,700 carryover. That starts race 6 today. Then the big carryover of the day, the late Pick 5 carryover, a couple hundred shy of 10,000, low 12% takeout. Late Pick 5 starts race 7 today. I'll be back on later this afternoon. Dave Rodman coming up here with all of today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.